Hello, my name is Glenn. I'm a former Southeast student and I'm in 8th grade at Central Middle School. Today I'm going to be reading Chapter 2 of J.D. and the Great Barber Battle. Chapter 2 The Nervous Breakfast. The next morning, my entire family sat around eating grits, eggs, bacon, and buttered toast with jelly. Granddad had to watch his diet now, but he could never pass up a good piece of bacon or two. My family was always busy, but Grandma loved to make everyone breakfast before we all left the house. Fuel for the day, she'd say, as she and my grandfather drank cup after cup of coffee without talking much. The people in my family weren't big talkers except my sister Vanessa. I was pretty sure she was friends with every girl in the Meridian between the ages of 10 and 13. The only person in my family who had a cell phone was my mother, and so Vanessa would spend as much time as she could talking on my grandparents' landline, dragging the cord around the house as she talked. I sat at the table quieter than normal, wearing a Mississippi Bulldogs baseball cap. James, take off that hat or you're eating, my granddad said. Granddad, a tall, slim man with glasses, had recovered well from his heart attack. In fact, even though he had retired from running the local J.C. Penney, his health scare inspired him to go into the burial insurance business. We're all going to die, right? He said. Granddad treated it like any other regular fact. Everyone in our family had a burial insurance policy, even us kids. Granddad didn't play. We couldn't even say huh or what around him. Everything was yes ma'am, yes sir, no ma'am, and no sir. And his punishments were terrible, like not playing outside for a week or making us read boring books aloud to him and give reports. For the first time, he asked, I took off my hat. No one said anything. They just looked at one another nervously until finally Vanessa spoke up. What happened to JD's braid? She asked. I cut his hair. It looks fine, my mom said. Now let's finish eating. Everybody has a long day. The morning was moving too fast, and I'd have to leave for the bus soon. I needed to think of something quick. I want to ride to school today, I said. Why? My mom asked. You always take the bus with Jordan. Granddad jumped in before I could continue. Stop. This hard-headed act you got going on this morning, James, my granddad said. What he meant was that we already had our rides figured out. He took my mom to school, my grandmother and Justin to her ceramic studio, and he dropped off Vanessa on the way. Vanessa was already in middle school, even though she was only in 5th grade. The Meridian grades 5 through 8 were all in a separate building. Her school was close to Mom's college. Oh, Lord, James, stop all this fighting first thing in the morning, Grandma piped in. Oh, Lord was her favorite thing to say. Grandma, a deep brown-skinned woman who kept her salt and pepper hair cut short, loved church, and she was the reason we always had to go. And not just on Sunday mornings. There was weeknight Bible study, Sunday morning Bible school, and choir. Granddad played piano at church sometimes and even practiced on the Baldwin piano in the living room. Mom and Vanessa were excellent singers. I easily lip-synced. Musical talent was something that skipped over me, but I was good at art like Grandma. Like Granddad, Grandma didn't play, so I dropped it. On a normal day, I loved taking the bus with Jordan. He was my best friend, but he could also give me a hard time. Jordan would definitely have something to say about my hairline, and I would need extra tough skin to make it through the ride to school.